As a truck driver, I've learned how important road safety is. I know that large trucks need more time and room to stop. That's why I always back and follow other vehicles at a safe distance. Everyone can help keep our roads safe. Next time you're driving, try to remember to always give trucks extra space when you merge in front of them. Let's all plan to share the road safely. Learn how at www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
Farming is dangerous. There's dangers all around us. We work around it and we live around it every day. And we just become desensitized to what's around us.
We go through safety training and, we try and do these things to make sure accidents don't. Never know.
There are so many farmers that I think take for granted all of the underground utilities that are there.
You don't want to hit a gas pipe because that's your life. The other part of it is if you hit certain things, you're liable for it.
I mean, we kind of know what's out here, but all at the same time, you just always call.
Farm Safe 811 starts with you. Whether you're installing drain tile or doing any sort of digging, always call 811 and wait for any underground lines to be marked and have the depth confirmed. That's farming with care. But if a line does get damaged, go somewhere safe and call 911.
Always keep safety in the back of your mind. Just stay humble.
For more information, go to farmsafe811.org.
Hi, I'm Greg Peterson of the Peterson Farm Brothers. If you've seen our videos, you know we're proud to be farmers. Farming can be dangerous. Never assume location or depth of underground utilities or pipelines. Before you start any work on your farm, call 811 or visit clickbeforeyoudig.com to have underground lines located. It only takes a minute and can save your life.
Never assume the location or depth of underground lines. Always call 811 or visit click.com before you start work. A message from the Pipeline Operators for Ag Safety campaign.
It's time for Mink League Baseball on the Peak Prospects Sports Network. Today's broadcast is made possible by Peak Performance Sports Training in Urbandale, taking athletes to a new level. As we get set for first pitch against the Joplin Outlaws, let's send you to Memorial Park in Boone, Iowa, with the voice of the Peak Prospects, Spencer Braun.
We're live in Boone, Iowa, just moments away from first pitch between the Des Moines Peak Prospects with a 9-6 record and the Joplin Outlaws, the third time that these teams have played each other. You're listening to the Peak pregame show, and for those of you who are tuned in right now, looks like we have 6 of you on. There is an attempted YouTube stream today. We hope it works well. Paste the link in the chat right now so you can try and watch the stream, but we'll also be live here as well on Mixlr. The audio from our Mixlr stream is also on the YouTube stream. Once again, hope it works out well for all of you here on the Peak Prospects Sports Network. Spencer Bone with you. We're going to step aside. We'll come back and give you starting lineups and the first pitch here on Mixlr. A gorgeous afternoon in Boone, Iowa when we come back.
Farming is dangerous. There's dangers all around us. We work around it and we live around it every day. And we just become desensitized to what's around us.
We go through safety training and, we try and do these things to make sure accidents don't happen, but you just never know.
There are so many farmers that I think for granted all of the underground utilities that are there.
You don't want to hit a gas pipe because that's your life. The other part of it is if you hit certain things, you're liable for it.
I mean, we kind of know what's out here, but all at the same time, you just don't know.
Farm Safe 811 starts with you. Whether you're installing drain tile or doing any sort of digging, always call 811 and wait for any underground lines to be marked and have the depth confirmed. That's farming with care. But if a line does get damaged, go somewhere safe and call 911.
Always keep safety in the back of your mind. Just stay humble.
For more information, go to farmsafe811.org.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone?
I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, flowers have best friends.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
To protect her home and family in a disaster, Karen was willing to wade through water, mud, and insurance paperwork.
Yeah, I can do this.
You go, Karen! By simply understanding and updating what her insurance covers and doesn't cover now, she'll be better prepared no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
The field of strength and conditioning is extremely dynamic and always changing. We understand that time is of the essence, and athletics are more competitive than ever. The one constant in our profession is the client. Our number one goal at Peak Performance is to make each and every individual stronger, faster, and more powerful in whatever sport or fitness level they choose to participate in. We take pride in offering both personal and team instruction, attention to the smallest details, and a challenging but positive and encouraging environment. The sport-specific training regimens are preventative in nature. As strength and conditioning professionals, we are entrusted with the guidance of individuals from across the country and even some elite world-class athletes. At Peak Performance, we not only improve your athletic performance, but we also focus on instilling confidence and an overall sense of well-being that carries over. Give us a call at 515-577-7901 or visit us on the web at peakperformancesportstraining.com.
You're listening to Mink League Baseball on the Peak Prospects Sports Network. Live in Boone, Iowa, it's time for First Pitch. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Des Moines Peak Prospects on a roll now after an 0-5 start. They host 2 games here in Boone, Iowa. 2 home games against the Joplin Outlaws. And with that said, it's time now to give you today's starting lineups, and we'll begin with the road team Joplin and their batting order. Batting first and playing at second base, make that shortstop, pardon me, will be Casey Yamamuchi. Batting second and playing second base will be Liam Bailey. Batting third, playing at the designated hitter position, will be Campbell. Batting fourth and playing first base will be number 14, Max Bruff. Batting fifth and playing in left field, Caden Bressler. Batting sixth and playing catcher, number 34, Joe Riccio. Batting seventh and playing in right field, Cade Lott. Batting eighth and playing third base, Lucas McCain. Batting ninth and playing center field will be Tyler Davis. Des Moines will be number 34, Drew Kahn. Des Moines is the home team, so they're pitching in the top of the first, wearing their yellow home uniforms with white pants. Joplin wearing gray pants with red uniforms. Once again, a reminder that we are also live on YouTube. At least, hopefully, we are trying to run a live stream right now for the first time this season. Sure if this will be viable long-term or not, but I do have the link in the chat here on Mixlr. So we'll see how that goes. I will warn you, if you do watch the live stream on YouTube, this webcam that I got from Walmart is mirroring the image. So left field is right field and right field is left field. And if you look at the outfield wall, you'll see that Boone baseball is mirrored. So you'll hear me say right field, but the ball will be going left on your screens. Very experimental, but let's hope it works out. So it's Casey Yamamuchi leading off. The shortstop to start the top of the first. Drew Kahn pitching for Des Moines. Windy afternoon. Sunny with some clouds. And the opening pitch from Kahn is grounded fair. Third baseman Kevin Javier throws it diagonally to Nick Prater for the ground out on the first pitch. And to the plate comes Bailey for the first time. Gabe Monosmith, first, second, and third. Nick Prater, Eli Cox, and Javier. Shortstop is Leighton Jenkins. Left to right in the outfield, Cole Yearsley, Bryce Hall, and Rhett Zielinski. That's Liam Bailey to the plate, the right-hander, against Drew Kahn, the pitcher. 0-0 top of the first and 1 out as the pitch catches the inside part of the zone for strike one. So just moments ago, Joplin had its first out on a ground out. Here's another ground ball, goes to the gap between second and third. The shortstop Jenkins picks it up, throws it to first base, and Prater with the catch for the out. 2 ground outs quickly to start the top of the first, and we're tied at 0. This is the Peak Prospects Sports Network, live on Mixler and today on YouTube. 2 outs, no score. Campbell, the designated hitter, to the plate as he watches the pitch go a bit low, but it does clip the zone, and it's 0-1. Kahn off to a fantastic start. Swing and a miss, 0-2. This one is driven beyond the left field foul line to keep the count at 0-2 with 2 outs. I've just been told, too, by somebody in the comments on our YouTube stream that the image is actually not reversed for viewers. So as long as it says Boone Baseball spelled left to right on your picture, you should be fine. The 0-2 got him without a swing. Beautiful pitching performance from Drew Kahn, and the infield generating 2 groundouts as well. 3 batters all retired, and we head to the bottom of the first. For Des Moines, it will be Jenkins, Hall, and Yearsley leading off when we come back in 30 seconds.
I'm Fuad Rivez, a home builder. Did you know there's a deadly, invisible radioactive gas that can seep into homes from underground? It's radon. Breathing radon can cause lung cancer. So protect your family. Talk to your builder. Tell them you want a healthier, safer, radon-resistant home.
Learn more. Visit the EPA at epa.gov/radon. That's epa.gov/radon. This public service announcement is brought to you by the EPA, who does not endorse this particular builder or any other commercial enterprise.
Welcome back. Tied at 0, bottom of the first, headed your way, live on Mixler and YouTube today, the Peak Prospects Sports Network. Here is your starting lineup for Des Moines. Batting first will be number 5, the shortstop, Leighton Jenkins. Your second batter, number 4, playing in center field, Bryce Hall. Batting third, number 17, playing in left field, Cole Yearsley. Batting fourth and playing at first base, number 35, Nick Prater. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 26, Sammy Cruz. Batting sixth. And playing at second base, number 9, Eli Collins. Batting seventh and playing in right field, number 18, Rhett Zielinski. Batting 8th and playing on third base, number 28, Kevin Javier. And the catcher will be your number 9 batter, number 30, Gabe Monosmith. And for the Joplin Outlaws, they retired 3 batters in as many at-bats in the previous inning. Adrian Rangel is the pitcher for Joplin, and here comes Jenkins to the plate, tied at 0, bottom of the first. The first pitch on the way, grounder right up the middle. Jenkins has plenty of time to run to first on the base hit.
After the base hit by Jenkins,
So
stepping
Bryce
up to the plate,
Hall
number 4,
heads
Bryce
up to the plate,
Hall.
the center fielder. Tied at 0, no outs, runner on first for the Peak Prospects. Listening to our Mixler stream, I'll say this a couple more times throughout the broadcast. You can listen to you can watch our broadcast, on YouTube as the first pitch to Hall goes outside 1-0. And I had mentioned mistakenly, too, that the image would be flipped. That's how it looked in my preview screen, but it is not flipped, so left to right is correct if you're watching. 2-0 start. To the at-bat for Hall. Again, your runner on first is Leighton Jenkins. Here's the 2-0. Missed the zone again. Nope, got it. I thought it got it, and the umpire behind home plate took a second to signal strike. Jenkins this year is 3 of 3 on stolen bases. He doesn't have much of a lead at the moment, though, as this one is aired into right field. Will go foul line and bounce off the wall, and the count is 2-2 on Bryce Hall. Cole Yearsley would be your next batter for the Peak Prospects. Hall is from Milo, Iowa. Finished his sophomore season at Ellsworth Community College. He's walked 15 times on the season. That leads everybody else on the roster by a mile. He's got a 2-2 count at the moment with a runner on first as he watches the break even go outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We await the payoff. It's on the way and lined into left field. It drops for a base hit. Jenkins will stop at second, Hall at first, and 2 hits quickly for the Des Moines Peak Prospects. No
Left fielder,
outs.
number 17, Cole Yearsley.
Runners on first and second tied at 0, and Cole Yearsley up to the plate. Cole Yearsley, the left-handed batter, up to the plate. Plays in left field. Here's the pitch. Inside for strike one, 0-1. He got the inside part of the zone. And that's Adrian Rangel, the pitcher for Joplin. Breaking ball, 0-2. Park, home of Boone High School baseball. Program that's won multiple state championships in Iowa. Here's the 0-2, swing and a miss, and Yearsley retired. First out registered today defensively for Joplin.
At first base for the Peak Prospects, number 35, Nick Prater.
Nick Prater to the plate, the first baseman. He had a 2-run home run to left field in Nevada a few days ago. The team was down 6-5 in the top of the ninth, and he launched it into left field for the go-ahead 2-run home run, and the Peak Prospects won that one 7-6. They've won 4 games in a row outright, and according to my sources, have 2 more wins off of forfeit from Nevada, which was unable to play a few games recently, as we have a swing and a miss on Prater for the 0-1 count. That's Nick Prater, bases 1 and 2, have runners on for the Peak Prospects with 1 out, no score in the bottom of the first. Rangel on the mound, the pitch. Broke down low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Unfortunately, I do not have outfield dimensions at this ballpark. The other home games are played in Rippey, and if you listen to our last broadcast, right field is 266 feet and center field is 370. Outside again, and it's 2-1. Again, I want to give a shout out to Red Sox family watching from Lincoln, Nebraska, letting us know that our image is not flipped today. 2-1 with runners on first and second. Outside, 3 up, 1 down. Hitters count for Prater. Cruz on deck. Des Moines did not hit a home run in its first 6 games. And since then, as a team, has hit 7. This team started out 0-5. And at the forfeit wins count 9-6. The 3-1. Breaking ball and called strike 2. It broke right to left and went right through the strike zone on Prater. Runners on first and second, 1 out, no score. Bottom of the first. We await the payoff. Peak Prospects are at the plate. The pitch. Runners go. Swing and a miss. Only 1 runner will go. The other retreated back to first, and it looks like he's safe. Jenkins made it to third on the stolen base.
Hitting for the Peak Prospects, number 26, Sammy Cruz.
And Hall, who was thinking about stealing, dove on first, and they were unable to tag him out. For Joplin, your catcher is Joe Riccio. First to third, Max Bruff, Liam Bailey, Lucas McCain. There are 2 outs, no score here in the bottom of the first. Peak Prospects, runners on first and third, trying to tack on their first run of the day as this one is batted on the play by the designated hitter. Out at first from shortstop to second is in time, and that is out number 3. No runs scored. We go through 5 batters for Des Moines, and we head to the top of the second on the Peak Prospects Sports Network.
The field of strength and conditioning is extremely dynamic and always changing. We understand that time is of the essence, and athletics are more competitive than ever. The one constant in our profession is the client. Our number one goal at Peak Performance is to make each and every individual stronger, faster, and more powerful in whatever sport or fitness level they choose to participate in. We take pride in offering both personal and team instruction, attention to the smallest details, and challenging the positive environment. The sport-specific training regimens are preventative in nature. As strength and conditioning professionals, we are entrusted with the care and guidance of individuals from across the country and even some elite world-class athletes. At Peak Performance, we not only improve your athletic performance, but we also focus on instilling an overall sense of well-being that carries over to everyday life. Give us a call at 515-577-7901 or visit us on the web at peakperformancesportstraining.com.
2 more warm-up pitches for Drew Kahn as we get ready to start the top of the second inning, tied at 0. And the Joplin Outlaws have yet to have base runners on. These 2 teams played each other twice down in Joplin earlier this season. And leading off, Max Bruff, the first baseman, against the pitcher for Des Moines, Drew Kahn. It's on the way and just clipped inside. 0-1 to start the at-bat. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6, Bruff, Bressler, and Riccio leading off here in Boone, Iowa. The pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2, 2 up, 1 down for Bruff. There were 2 quick groundouts in the previous inning, followed by a strikeout looking. Kahn had great command of the zone in the first, in the little work that he had to do. Here's the 2-1. Launched into center. Right of center, shallow, and it's picked. So the fly out, it'll be a fly 9. Zielinski was in right of center, shallow right of center, made the catch. Almost could score that a pop out. And Caden Bressler, the left fielder, to the plate for Joplin. No score, 1 out, nobody on for the Outlaws here in the top of the second. Liner, fly ball, really left field, going back for it, making the catch, Cole Yearsley. Out number 2, quickly, no score here in the top of the second.
Catching for the Outlaws, number 34, Joe Riccio.
Joplin, 7-8 on the year. Fell against Jefferson City yesterday, 4-3 at home. After 2 consecutive wins, the ball catches the inside part of the zone here. Strike 1 against Riccio. Goes the 0-1. Ball and 1 strike. Lott would be your next batter if Joplin advances any base runners, which they have not. The pitch. 1-2. Riccio, just 10 at-bats on the season with 1 hit. He's had 2 ribbies. He's walked 6 times. He's scored 7 runs. He grounds this one, bounced up high, caught on the play, and the strong throw to Prater at first is in time. That one could have easily hopped over the glove of Jenkins, but the quick awareness to pick it up in the gap and throw it to first ends the inning. Once again, 3 batters, 3 outs, and we head to the bottom of the second.
Here's farmer and landowner John Prue.
We purchased the land about 3 years ago, and there was an old farmstead on there with trees. We were going to clear the land so we could farm through it. We thought we knew where the pipe was, so we didn't call to get it located. The work on our property led to the damage of a light crude pipeline. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but it could have been much worse.
Never assume the location or depth of underground lines. Always call 811 or visit beforeyoudig.com before you start work. A message from the Pipeline Operators for Ag Safety Campaign.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Des Moines had runners stranded on first and third to end the inning after 2 leadoff hits. 5 batters back in the bottom of the first. We enter the bottom of the second. It's Collins, Zielinski, and Javier for Des Moines, 6, 7, and 8. Eli Collins is your second baseman. So pitching is Adrian Rangel. The catcher is Joe Riccio, first, second, and third for Joplin. Max Smith, Liam Bailey, Lucas McCain. Shortstop is Casey Yamamuchi. Left to right in the outfield, Caden Bressler, Tyler Davis, and Cade Lott. Here's the pitch to Collins as he flies this one into shallow center and racing in to make the catch for the out. Looks like that was the second baseman, Bailey, who came up with it.
Stepping Peak Prospects, number 18, right fielder, Rhett, Zielinski.
Rhett Zielinski to the plate, 1 out. Still no score here in the bottom of the second. Strike 1 called, beautiful pitch from Rangel. And it's 0-1 to Zielinski, the starting right fielder. The pitch. Strike 2 called. That one hit the lower part of the zone. And quickly 0-2, nobody on with 1 out against Des Moines here in the bottom of the second. That time it's ball 1. The 1-2. Swing and a miss.
Stepping up to the plate at the
strike
hot corner
3.
tonight, number 28, Kevin Javier.
2 outs quickly with nobody on. And Kevin Javier up to the plate for the Peak Prospects. The starting third baseman, Javier. As we wait the first pitch, he fouls it back. He's had 25 at-bats on the year. He's had 9 hits. His batting average is a stellar .360. Native of New York City. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Shout out to Eddie from California, who says, hello from California. Thank you for the live stream. You're absolutely welcome. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strong performance from Rangel on the mound, and we head to the top of the third. Quick game so far. No score here in Boone, Iowa.
Farming is... Why is the basketball court all wet? Because the players kept dribbling on it.
The dad joke. Corny, grown-worthy,
but also one of the simplest ways to share a moment with your kids.
What did the buffalo say when he dropped his son off at school? Bye, son.
So take a moment to make your kid laugh, because dad jokes rule. Make your kid laugh today. Go to fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see. Depression won't show up on an eye chart, and you won't find PTSD by looking at a thermometer. Sorting out a mental health concern takes professional diagnosis and treatment. Anxiety won't just go away under a bandage. If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, call 1-800-662-HELP for free and confidential information and treatment referral. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
No score. On the mound for the Peak Prospects. 6 batters in the first 2 innings, all retired. He's already pitched 3 strikeouts today. I apologize, 1 strikeout. I had the wrong side of the scorecard. Up to the plate. We'll have the 7, 8, and 9 for Joplin to start the top of the 3rd inning. It'll be Lott, McCain, and Davis. It's Cade Lott for Joplin. So no score, nobody on, nobody out. We start the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch from Kahn. Fly ball center field. Hall underneath it, makes the catch for the out. Another quick retirement on an at-bat against Joplin.
McCain.
Lucas McCain to the plate. Again, if you are listening on Mixlr, be sure to head over to the chat and click on the link for the YouTube live stream. Breaking ball, strike 1. Again, I cannot promise that future games will be live streamed on YouTube all the time, but I will do my best. 1 ball and 1 strike. In the dirt and picked up on the bounce by Monosmith. 2 up, 1 down. Shout out to Jennifer from Hawaii. Watching the game today. The 2-1 with 1 out. Tip back for a foul ball, 2-2. So 2-2, 1 out, nobody on, no score in the 3rd. McCain on the season doesn't have a hit yet, just 6 at-bats. This is the 4th appearance that he's had at the plate, or 4th game that he's played this season. Here's the break even. Pop up. This one is going somewhere between home plate and the mound, and third baseman Kevin Javier rushes in for the catch. That's 2 down. Nobody on and no score. Tyler Davis up to the plate at the bottom of the order for Joplin. Davis also limited time this season. This is potentially his 5th at-bat on the year. He scored a run, but he has yet to register a hit. He has walked 1 time. Drew Kahn on the mound for the Peak Prospects. Here's the pitch. As it stays upstairs, goes up the middle, but that's ball 1 on Davis. The 1-0. Ground ball picked up. Nope. Goes past the pitcher, the pitcher, Drew Kahn, and it's picked up by second baseman Eli Collins. The throw to Prater is in time. That retires the side. Still no score. 3 batters used in the inning for Joplin. None advancing. This is the Peak Prospects Sports Network. Bottom of the 3rd. No score coming up after this.
All over America, people are taking the National Radon Test. Have you? Answer true or false. Radon is a radioactive gas. True.
I didn't know that, no.
True or false? The Office of the Surgeon General recommends that all homes be tested for radon. True, your home should be tested. True or false? Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer. True.
I'm going to dial the number and call
1-800-SOS-RADON.
Keep your family safe from radon. Call now.
1-800-SOS-RADON.
Hello, everybody. This is Voice of the Peak Prospects, Spencer Bohm, reminding you to join us again at 7 p.m. tomorrow night on Mixler.
I've been driving trucks for a long time. Safety is my number one priority. I know that my truck has huge blind spots. That's why I remember to check my smaller vehicles. Everyone can help keep our roads safe. Next time you're behind the wheel, try to avoid lingering in those blind spots.
Spencer Bohm with you here, bottom of the third on the Peak Prospects Sports Network on Mixler and YouTube. Gabe Monosmith at the bottom of the order. The catcher heads up to the plate as he outside pitch for a 1-0 count. Des Moines had 2 hits in the previous inning. In the first inning, pardon me, none in the previous inning. Chopper picked up by a running third baseman, McCain. He'll throw it to Bruff at first for the out. So that's a 5-3 ground out, and Jenkins to the plate at the top of the order. He singled in the first, made it to second on the single from Hall, and stole third on the strike 3 swinging from Yearsley. He was left at third base. 1 out, no score, bottom of the third, nobody on for the Peak Prospects, who haven't had a hit since the first. Outside, 1-0. Inside, 2-0. The pitch. Outside, 3. Rangel flip-flopping the sides of the zone at the moment, though he has had 3 strikeouts today. And caught it for strike 1. Still a hitter's count on Jenkins. And this one, short liner by Yamamuchi, the shortstop, for the out.
Center field for the Peak Prospects, number 4, Bryce Hall.
He raced in towards second base to make the catch. That's 2 outs, nobody on, no score in the bottom of the third, and Bryce Hall up to the plate for Des Moines. The Prospects won on Friday night in St. Joseph. They're 2-0 against the Mustangs. It was 3-2 as the first pitch misses the right side of the zone for the right-handed batter, Hall, 1-0. Strike 1 called. Rangel is from Pomona, California, goes to Cal Poly Pomona, left-hander. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Swing. Misses the bottom part of the zone, 2 up, 1 down with 2 outs. And Hall, as I mentioned earlier, Ellsworth Community College's on-base percentage coming into the day was .605. Up in the air, off the bat and off the ground, and in time on the throw to first as Hall is retired. That will take us to the top of the fourth. No score here in Boone, Iowa, between the Peak Prospects and the Outlaws. You're listening to Peak Prospects Baseball on Mixler and on YouTube.
I'm just texting him back. I'm just posting a story. I'm just changing the song.
No. When it comes to distracted driving, just don't. Sending a text takes your eyes off the road for just 5 seconds, but in that time, you travel the length of an entire football field. Any distracted driving just isn't worth it.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
To protect his home and family from disaster, Steve used courage, wisdom, and his camera phone.
That should do it.
Way to go, Steve! By simply taking digital pictures of his family's important documents, Steve can always have them stored safely online, no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
No score, heading to the top of the fourth. Joplin has used 9 batters, all retired. Drew Kahn remains on the mound, the solid pitcher, and off to a solid start for the Peak Prospects. And defensively, we've seen a lot of flies, pops, and groundouts as well. Yamamuchi leading the way off. Top of the first, the shortstop. Grounded out in his appearance. As the first pitch high, perhaps inside as well, 1-0. We're live today on Mixlr and a special edition on YouTube. The pitch. Fly ball, shallow left field. It'll be caught by Yearsley. The left fielder.
Second baseman for the Joplin Outlaws, number 13, Liam Bailey.
Liam Bailey up to the plate. That's 1 out, nobody on, no score, top of the fourth. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat. Breaker, strike 1. The pitch. Strike 2, another beautiful breaking ball. 0-2 with 1 out. Here at Memorial Park in Boone, Iowa. The pitch. Chopped off the ground, back for a foul ball to keep the count. 0 balls, 2 strikes. Rangel on the mound for Joplin. He's the starting pitcher. He's looking at the wrong part of the spotting board. Kahn on the mound for Des Moines. He's also the starting pitcher. The 0-2. Strike 3 called on the outside part of the plate, and Bailey is retired. That's 2 outs and 2 strikeouts pitched by Kahn today, and to the plate for Joplin will be Matt Campbell.
Hitter, Matt Campbell.
4 at-bats on the season for Campbell. Coming into the day, this could be his 6th. Strike 1 called, another beauty from Kahn. Boy, his command of the zone has been absolutely impeccable today. Everything is hitting it. Breaking balls, fastballs. 0-1 count with 2 outs, nobody on, no score in the top of the fourth. It's Joplin batting right now as we await the pitch. That one misses. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Bruff would be your next batter. Strike 2. On ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on for Joplin. The pitch, swing and a miss. 3rd strikeout pitched by today. 12 batters, all retired. No base runners have advanced yet for Joplin as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Tied at 0 on the Peak Prospects Sports Network.
What is dedication?
My daughter is biological and my son is adopted. I love them both so much. From the morning when you wake up to putting them to bed at night and every moment in between. I think a parent's job is to protect our children, but also prepare them for the world so they become good, kind human beings.
That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Hey. Oh, hey, Deb. I thought you were the Test guys.
The who test guys?
Didn't you see the papers Sunday? The Surgeon General issued another lung cancer warning.
Oh, like the cigarette warning?
Yeah, they're saying we have to get our houses tested for radon.
I don't smell any radon in my house.
That's because radon is an odorless, colorless, tasteless gas that seeps into your house from underground.
Does this story have a happy ending?
Yeah, you'll be a lot happier once you get your house tested.
Learn more. Visit the EPA at epa.gov/radon. That's epa.gov/radon.
Bottom of the fourth, no score between the Peak Prospects and the Outlaws. And for Des Moines, it is Cole Yearsley up to the plate, the starting left fielder. He came in today 3 of 8 on at-bats. He struck out in the first inning. Here's the pitch. And it's called strike one. At lateral movement and caught in the lower part of the zone. It's 0-1. Nobody on, nobody out. Swing and a miss from Yearsley. Strike two. He struck out swinging in the first, so we know he likes to move the bats. He's off to an 0-2 count against the starting pitcher, Rangel. Here we go. Takes another swing, cannot connect. That's strike three on the 0-2 count.
Number 35, first baseman, Nick Prater.
Nick Prater to the plate for the Peak Prospects. Oh for 1 today. Nobody on, no score, bottom of the fourth. Here's the pitch. Misses the swing, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Prater goes to Clark University. He's from Vancouver, Washington. 2 balls and 1 strike to Prater. Leading off for this inning, we just had Yearsley. We have Prater. Prater's the number 4. The number 5, Cruz, the designated hitter, rounds out the first 3. 1 out, 2-1 count to Prater. Here's the pitch. Takes an attempt, cannot connect. 2-2. Prater, 32 at-bats on the year. He's had 8 hits, came in batting .258 with an on-base percentage of .425. Here's the break even, fouled away. Haven't seen a whole lot of foul balls today. Count stays at 2-2 with 1 out and nobody on. The break even from Rangel is a breaking ball, and the count is full. 3-2. Des Moines has not had a base runner advance since the first inning with the 2 leadoff singles. Check swing. It went through the strike zone. Strike 3.
Number 26, Sammy Cruz.
Sammy Cruz up to the plate, the designated hitter. Grounded out to end the first. He heads up to the plate, the right-hander from Brunswick, New Jersey. Goes to Bloomfield College, which is in New Jersey, and traveled all the way to the Heartland to play summer collegiate ball. And he's having a terrific season. He came in batting .389, and strike 1 is called on him. No score here in the bottom of the first. An 0-1 count with 2 outs, nobody on for Des Moines. 19 at-bats on the year for Cruz. Swing and a miss, 0-2. He's had 7 hits this year. He's had a home run. It was up center field in Rippey against Clarinda. The 0-2 pitch. They said it missed the zone. Catcher. But it's ball 1. From my looked like a strike, but the umpire obviously a better vantage point than mine. 1-2, 2 outs, nobody on for Des Moines in the bottom of the fourth. Both teams looking for their first run of the day. The 1-2, that's called strike 3, and that is out number 3 as Cruz is caught looking. 3 strikeouts pitched by Rangel. Scoreless heading into the top of the 5th.
As a truck driver, I've learned how important road safety is. I know that large trucks need more time and room to stop. That's why I always hang back and follow other vehicles at a safe distance. Everyone can help keep our roads safe. Next time you're driving, try to remember to always give trucks extra space to merge in front of them. Let's all plan to share the road safely. Learn how at www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Max Bruff to the plate for Joplin. Scoreless heading into the top of the fifth inning on the Peak Prospects Sports Network. It's the 4, 5, and 6. Bruff, Bressler, and Riccio. Drew Kahn remains on the mound. No base runners have made it to first or beyond under Drew Kahn's start today. Kahn came into the day with an ERA of 2.63. 3 appearances and 2 starts. Already a 1-0 record for him. Grounder picked up. Shortstop Jenkins throws it across to Prater for the out. To the plate for the second time today. Flew out to left field in the second inning.
Left fielder number 6, Caden Dressler.
1 out. Nobody on. No score in the top of the fifth. Local time is 7:44 p.m. Central Time. Again, we're live on Mixlr and YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, would like to listen, maybe you got to go somewhere, want to know count, Mixlr.com/Peak Prospects. Or you can go to the link in the description. Mixlr is spelled MIXLR.com. Want to know? Ground ball once again to the shortstop. Jenkins takes his time on Moines, throws to Prater at first. Another 5, make that 6-3. Ground out, 2 outs and nobody on. And Riccio up to the plate for the Joplin Outlaws in the top of the fifth. Still looking for our first run today here in Boone, Iowa.
Catching number 34, Joe Riccio.
Boone, about an hour or so north of Des Moines, not too far from Ames for those of you who are Cyclones fans. They both share U.S. Highway 30, if I'm not mistaken. So 2 outs, Riccio to the plate, the right-hander. The first pitch to him. That is the first base runner allowed today. It comes on an unearned trip.
Number 22, Cade Lott.
Cade Lott, the right fielder, up to the plate. 2 outs, and Riccio on first. Drew Kahn on the plate for Des Moines. Here in the top of the fifth. Outside, 1-0. Lott on the season. He's had 23 at-bats, including today. He's walked 4 times. He's had 1 hit. So he awaits the 1-0. Outside again, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. 3-0. So Riccio, who was hit by a pitch earlier. 2 outs. He's on first base. Riccio 2 for 2 on stolen bases on the season. Slight lead on first, but not enough to indicate him going. Strike 1 called up the middle, lower part of the zone. 3-1. Still a hitter's count for Lott. McCain would be your next batter, the number 8 batter for Joplin. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-2. The payoff from Kahn is fouled away as Riccio tries to run from first to second. He'll have to retreat. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Joplin, Missouri, located in the southwestern corner of the state. Not too far from the border with Kansas. Not too far from Arkansas. Not too far from Oklahoma either. Their closest rival in the Mink League is Nevada. The payoff. Swing and a miss. Kahn gets into a bit of a tough and retires the batter after a 3-0 count with a strikeout. Still just one base runner having advanced under Kahn and has not come on a hit. It was a hit by pitch. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th, scoreless after this.
Here's farmer and businessman James Wood.
We farm about 3,500 acres. There's pipelines everywhere. The contractor working on my property did not have the lines located before he began work, and it resulted on a strike on a natural gas pipeline. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but it could have been much worse.
Never assume the location or depth of underground lines. Always call 811 or visit clickbeforeyoudig.com before you start work. A message from the Pipeline Operators for Ag Safety campaign.
Neil Armstrong waited 6 hours and 30 minutes onto the surface of the moon. Jackie Robinson waited 20 months to play his first game with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And even DiCaprio had to wait 22 years to win an Oscar. You can wait until your destination. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Eli Collins to the plate. Went out in the second on either a pop or a fly to the second baseman. The right-handed batter. Rangel remains on the mound. For the Outlaws, scoreless. Going into the bottom of the 5th inning. It's the 6, 7, and 8, Collins, Zielinski, and Javier for Des Moines. Here's the pitch. Up the middle, strike one. Collins is from Laurel, Mississippi. Finished his freshman season at East Central Community College. Swings on the outside pitch, and it's 0-2. He's had 9 hits. He's walked 6 times. He's batted in 3 runs. He scored 6 of his own. So he flies it rightwards for a foul ball, 0-2. This one's popped up into shallow right of center field and caught out of the air by Lott, the right fielder.
Right fielder number 18, Rhett, Zielinski.
So that's out number 1, nobody on, and no score in the bottom of the 5th. Rhett Zielinski up to the plate for the Peak Prospects. Zielinski goes to NAIA William Penn in Iowa. He's from Brookings, South Dakota. As he goes, and ball goes right to the catcher's glove, 0-1. Finished his sophomore season at William Penn. Here's the 0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Flown into foul territory beyond right field, 1-2. Javier is on deck for the Peak Prospects. Zielinski 8 hits this year. He's batted in a team-leading 13 RBIs. The 1-2 with one out, nobody on, as he grounds it back for a foul ball to keep the count at 1-2. 2 consecutive foul balls for the at-bat. One up, 2 down. The pitch. Swings. Strike 3.
At third base, stepping up to the plate, number 28, Kevin Javier.
Kevin Javier from New York City finished his junior year at Clark University. He's had 9 hits, came in with a .360 average. 2 outs, no runners on, no score in the bottom of the 5th. It's Des Moines batting right now. The pitch from Rangel, called strike 1. Well, after allowing 2 hits to start the first inning, Rangel has been stellar. Fly ball left field. It is fouled. 0-2. And Joplin lucky that one was misangled. 0-2, 2 outs as we await the pitch. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Javier retired on the strikeout. We head to the top of the 6th, still scoreless in Boone, Iowa. It'll be Joplin with its 8-9-1, McCain, Davis, and Yamamuchi when we come back.
The field of strength and conditioning is extremely dynamic and always changing. We understand that time is of the essence, and athletics are more competitive than ever. The one constant in our profession is the client. Our number one goal at Peak Performance is to make each and every individual stronger, faster, and more powerful in whatever sport or fitness level they choose to participate in. We take pride in offering both personal and team instruction, attention to the smallest details, and challenging the positive and encouraging environment. The sport-specific training regimens are preventative in nature. As strength and conditioning professionals, we are entrusted with the care and guidance of individuals from across the country and even some elite world-class athletes. At Peak Performance, we not only improve your athletic performance, but we also focus on instilling a sense of well-being that carries over to everyday life. Give us a call at 515-577-7901 or visit us on the web at peakperformancesportstraining.com.
The 8-9-1, Lucas McCain, Davis, and Yamamuchi will lead off for the Joplin Outlaws as we are scoreless heading into the top of the 6th inning. 55 minutes after this one was scheduled to start. Spencer Bone with you, Peak Prospects Sports Network, live on YouTube and Mixlr. Thank you for joining us today. Currently 28 of you on YouTube and 11 of you on Mixlr. As Khan on the mound today, 1 base runner has been awarded under him, and it was on a hit by pitch, excuse me. That advanced Riccio earlier today. Other than that, a clean sheet from Khan. Swing and a miss. 1-1 to start the at-bat for McCain. One up, one down. The pitch. 2-1. The pitch was a bit low that time. 3-1. Kahn started the previous at-bat back in the top of the 5th with the 3-0 count on Lott. He struck him out swinging. 3 balls and 1 strike. Tipped back off of the umpire. 3-2. Our field mic is right by the fence behind home plate. So I'm sure you can hear those foul. 3-2. No outs, nobody on, no score in the top of the 6th. The batter will step outside. McCain. Popped out to third base back in the 3rd. The pitch in the dirt, ball 4.
Stepping up to the plate for the Outlaws, number 5, center fielder Tyler Davis.
Tyler Davis up to the plate for the Peak Prospects. Excuse me, the Outlaws. In the top of the 6th. He has McCain on first, no outs and no score. Drew Con's on the mound. That's the second base runner allowed by Con today. The previous one was when he hit Riccio with a pitch back in the 5th. This time on a walk. Still no hits. The batter Davis, according to the umpire, had time to step outside of the box, and no pitch is awarded there to Con, so still no balls, no strikes, with no outs and a runner on first for Joplin. Foul ball, 0-1. Con goes to Grandview in Des Moines. He's from Leroy, Illinois. As he checks on McCain, the runner at first, he dives and is safe, and the count stays at 0-1 with no outs and no score in the top of the 6th and a runner on first. Upstairs, but called strike 2. The 0-2 outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on the 1-2 to Davis. Another strikeout from Con,
Stepping
his
up to the
4th
plate for
today.
the Outlaws, shortstop, number 4, Casey Yamamuchi.
Casey Yamamuchi to the plate, a shortstop. He's got a ground out. He's 0 for 2 today, that is. A right-handed hitter up to the plate for Joplin. 1 out and a runner on first with no score. McCain advanced on a walk earlier. And Yamamuchi looks at strike 1. 0-1 with 1 out. The pitch from Con. Breaking ball. Chopped on the grounder. Javier picks it up. Will opt to throw to first to Prater. In time. Out number 2. The connection from Prater and Jenkins at 5 and 6 to Prater at 3 has been impeccable today. And 2 outs. Bailey up to the plate today, a ground out and a strikeout in the 1st and the 4th. The number 2 batter for the Joplin Outlaws. 2 outs now. That said, a base runner did advance. McCain made it from 1st to 2nd. Here's the pitch. Outside. 1-0 from Con. Fourth batter of the inning as Con looks, opts not to throw to McCain. Next batter for the Outlaws, the number 2 batter. We're in the top of the 6th with no score and 2 outs and a runner on second for Joplin. The 1-0. This one lined over the head of Leighton Jenkins for the base hit. Running home on the play, McCain scores, and a 1-0 Joplin lead. First hit today for the Outlaws, Bailey with the RBI single. Campbell, the designated hitter, to the plate. It's 1-0 with 2 outs and the top of the 6th in favor of Joplin. Again, the first hit today
Number
allowed
36,
by
Campbell.
Kahn, who's put together a stellar performance with 4 strikeouts. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Mono Smith has to track it down on the forward roll. Bailey stays put at first. Bailey came into the day .355. He's had 11 hits. He's batted in 5 runs, And Campbell, the DH at the plate, swings and cannot connect. It's 1-1. Bruff would be your next batter. Again, the first hit allowed today and just the third base runner by Drew Kahn. Swing and a miss. Campbell. 1 up, 2 down, 2 away. Bailey just generated the RBI double to score McCain moments ago to put Joplin up 1-0 here in the top of the 6th. Kahn trying to retire the inning. Breaking ball called, strike 3. So the first hit and run allowed by Des Moines, but Drew Kahn's impressive day continues with his 5th strikeout. Joplin does answer, though. 1-0 heading into the bottom of the 6th on the Peak Prospects Sports Network.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forest.
I drive my bus in a busy city. That's why road safety is so important to me. I know that I must slow down and be extra careful when I make a wide turn. Buses need more room than cars. Everyone can help keep our roads safe. Next time you're driving, remember to give buses plenty of time and space to finish turning before driving ahead. Let's all plan to share the road safely. Learn how at www.sharetheroad.
Gabe Mono Smith, the catcher at the bottom of the order for Des Moines, his second plate appearance today. He grounded out in the 3rd. Peak Prospects down 1-0 heading into the bottom of the 6th. They've had 2 hits today, but they both came in the first inning. 8:05 p.m. is the local time. Still very sunny in for a beautiful Iowa sunset. Liner to left field on the pitch to Mono Smith, and he heads to first. So the bats connected just a little bit for Joplin.
Mississippi, number 5, leading off for your Des Moines Peak Prospects.
In the previous frame,
Leighton Jenkins.
And Leighton Jenkins to the plate. Mono Smith is your tying run at first. Des Moines down 1-0. Just the 3rd hit allowed today by Adrian Rangel. Here in the bottom of the 6th. No outs. The pitch is outside. It's 1-0 on Jenkins. Rangel came into the day with 1 appearance and a start. He's got a 1-0 record. He had 5 strikeouts in that previous appearance with a 1.80 ERA. He misses outside. It's 2-0. No outs, and Mono Smith, your leadoff batter on first. Mono Smith is from Ankeny. They'll check on him at first. And he's out on the pickoff. Two 2-0 count with 1 out for Des Moines. And Jenkins remaining at the plate. Now no base runners on after the leadoff single from Monosmith moments ago. And Des Moines down 1-0. Jenkins from Collinsville, Mississippi, finished his freshman season at East Central. Leads the team on this season with 45 at-bats. He's had 12 hits, 13 now, including today, and 12 runs. Coach Carl Fensroy heading back from the first base umpire, discussing the call on the pickoff. 2-0 to Jenkins with one out. Des Moines down by 1 run. Hasn't scored today. Here's the pitch to Jenkins. That one catches the outside part of the zone. Strike one. Jenkins, 7 ribbies this year. Swing and a miss. Count is even. His batting average coming into the day, 273. Obviously a little bit different now in his third plate appearance. Takes a swing on a low pitch for strike 3.
Center fielder number 4, Bryce Hall.
That's at least 9 strikeouts pitched by Rangel. Two outs, nobody on for Des Moines, down 1-0 in the bottom of the 6th. Outside on the pitch to Hall, it's 1-0. One ball, one strike. Christy in the comments says that the picture is difficult to see. It's 2 and 1, as we are live on YouTube right now. The link is in the chat. 1 and 2, excuse me. I just bought this webcam a few days ago, so once the sun goes behind the tree line, swing and a miss, strike 3. But once the sun goes behind the tree line, we should have a clearer picture. So hopefully it'll go down soon. 8:09 p.m. is the local time. So that's strike 3. We did have a leadoff single from Gabe Monosmith, but he was picked off at first base. We head to the top of the 7th with a 1-0 lead for the road team, Joplin, after this message from Peak Performance, located in Urbandale, Iowa.
The field of strength and conditioning is extremely dynamic and always changing. We understand that time is of the essence, and athletics are more competitive than ever. The one constant in our profession is the client. Our number one goal at Peak Performance is to make each and every individual stronger, faster, and more powerful in whatever sport or fitness level they choose to participate in. We take pride in offering both personal and team instruction, attention to the smallest details, and challenging the positive and encouraging environment. The sport-specific training regimens are preventative in nature. As strength and conditioning professionals, we are entrusted with the care and guidance of individuals from across the country and even some elite world-class athletes. At Peak Performance, we not only improve your athletic performance, but we also focus on instilling confidence and an overall sense of well-being that carries over to everyday life. Give us a call at 515-577-7901 or visit us on the web at peakperformancesportstraining.com.
Max Bruff to the plate for Joplin, leading this one right now, 1-0 heading into the top of the 7th. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 Bruff, Bressler, and Riccio. Drew Kahn remains on the mound for the Peak Prospects. Impressive day today, just 1 hit allowed. Defensively, Des Moines has been very good as well. Inside 1-0. Only run allowed today was in the previous inning. McCain was on second. But Bailey with a blooper to left of center field for the RBI single. 2-0 count to Bruff. Again, 1-0 in favor of Joplin here in the top of the 7th. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, hopefully the sun will go down soon and you'll be able to see the field better. This is a hybrid radio and video broadcast, so I am narrating every play. 3-0 is the count. That one catches the zone for strike one. Three up, one down. The pitch is on the way. It is too low. That is ball four, and a base runner advances. Bruff heading to first on the walk. So 1-0 in favor of Joplin.
Number 6, Caden Bressler.
And Bressler to the plate, the left fielder. He's flown out and grounded out today in the second and the fifth. Again, 1-0 in favor of Joplin. Nobody out and a runner on first. That's Bruff. Riccio on deck. Shows bunt, but the pitch is inside, and he retracts the bat, and it's 1-0. The pitch shows bunt. Once again, takes his bat back, but it does go through the zone that time, and it evens the count. Nobody out. One up, one down. Here it goes. It's foul tipped back, 1-2. Bressler had to swing high for that one. The weather is fantastic here in Boone. The high was 93 today. It's 83 right now, but the humidity is down significantly, just 36% right now. Or at least it was at the top of the hour. Two balls and two strikes. Bruff, your runner on first. Bressler at the plate, the left-handed batter, with Kahn on the mound for Des Moines. The Outlaws are batting here in the top of the seventh, leading 1-0. Here's the pitch. Missed it up the middle, and the count is full. No outs. These teams will play tomorrow. The high is expected to be 89 degrees. Three up, two down. Here's the pitch. Ground ball hits the gap between first and second for a base hit. Bruff to second. Second hit allowed today by Kahn.
Catcher number 30.
In just under
34,
7 innings
Joe
of play.
Riccio.
Riccio to the plate. He was hit by a pitch in the fifth. He was the first base runner to advance today. Assistant coach Blake Peterson heading up to the mound for a visit with his pitcher, Drew Kahn. Peterson coached in the win at Joplin on Friday. 3-2 was the final score. The Peak Prospects scored the go-ahead run on a wild pitch. 1-0 the score right now in the top of the seventh. Runners on first and second. Joplin. The Outlaws trying to go 3-0. Play tomorrow at 7. Is over. These teams played in the third and fourth games of the season. It was the third and fourth loss for Des Moines, which started the season 0-5 and has lost one game since then. And off to a winning record now for the first time this year. Riccio showing bunt, called strike one, 0-1, no outs, runners on first and second. Those two games, Joplin won 10-4 and 14-4. Had a combined 21 hits in those games and 17 runs batted in. Bunt. This is a short bunt. I don't think any. And Kahn mishandles it. I don't think he would have had time anyways. So that should be a base hit for Riccio.
Number 22, right fielder.
Bases loaded.
Lot.
No outs. Nobody from the coaching staff heading up to the mound. Joplin leading 1-0 here on the top of the 7th and trying to extend the lead with no outs and the bases loaded. 2 hits and a walk here in the inning. Lott up to the plate. The pitch. Tipped off the ground backwards for a foul ball. And it's 0-1 with no outs. Here in Boone, Iowa, if you ever head up here from Des Moines, watch out for the train tracks. I've gotten stuck there twice. 1-1 is the count. No outs, bases loaded, top of the 7th. The break even. Ground ball to Javier, and he misses it. He couldn't come up with it. 2 runs will score on the error. Javier at third base tried to dive on the ground ball, and it went past him. Bruff and Bressler score. It's 3-0 Joplin, and that is going to do it for Drew Kahn. Riccio to second, to first. 3-0 in favor of Joplin. No outs. We're in the top of the 7th, and Drew Kahn, an impressive start. But we will see a new Peak Prospects pitcher. It'll be Owen Brock when we come back on the Peak Prospects Sports Network.
Here's farmer and landowner John Prue.
We purchased the land about 3 years ago, and there was an old farmstead on there with trees. We were going to clear the land so we could farm through it. We thought we knew where the pipe was, so we didn't call to get it located. The work on our property led to the damage of a light crude pipeline. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but it could have been much worse.
Never assume the location or depth of underground lines. Always call 811 or visit clickbeforeyoudig.com before you start work. A message from the Pipeline Operators for Ag Safety campaign.
The field of strength and conditioning is extremely dynamic and always changing. We understand that time is of the essence and athletics is more competitive than ever. The one constant in our profession, though, is the client. Peak Performance continues its mission of taking athletes to a new level. For all your athletic training purposes, visit peakperformancesportstraining.com or give them a call at 515-577-7901. If you have a pen and paper on you, that's 515-577-7901, located in Urbandale, Iowa. Peak Performance, taking athletes. 3-0 Joplin, top of the 7th. No outs. Base runners on first and second. The error, the E5 with Lott at the plate, advanced him to first, Riccio to second. And Bressler scored for Joplin. It's 3-0. No outs.
Lucas McCain.
And Lucas McCain to the plate. New pitcher on the mound for the Peak Prospects is number 13, Owen Brock. He's had a good season. Finished his freshman season of college. He's pitched in 8 2/3 innings. This is his 5th appearance on the year. He's got a 2-0 record. He's had 15 strikeouts. Good for 4th on the team. Averages over 15.5 strikeouts per 9 innings. Granted, he hasn't pitched 9 innings yet, but in his limited body of work, he's been stellar. And the batter McCain shows bunt on the first pitch. The umpire looks like he signaled that one was tipped, and it's 0-1. So still the 7th inning. Pitching change moments ago. Runners on first and second. No outs. Joplin up by 3. Bunt shown again, and McCain is hit by the pitch. and will head to first.
Number 5, center fielder Tyler Davis.
Joplin is 2-0 against the Peak Prospects this year. The first 2 games were played back in Joplin in the southwest part of Joplin, Missouri. Joplin and Nevada pretty close to each other off of I-49. Both south of Kansas City. Peak Prospects went down to Nevada last week and won both times, 8-5 and 7-6, before taking down St. Joe 3-2. They've had the last 3 days off. No outs, bases loaded once again, so it's McCain on first, Lott on second, and Riccio on third. The pitch. He missed the outside corner, ball 1. Davis, your number 9 batter, he struck out in the 6th. He grounded out in the 3rd. Two and 0. Ground ball, short ground ball, and missed by Jenkins. Another error. 2 more for Joplin. It's Riccio and Lott heading home. To second base goes McCain. To first goes Davis.
Shortstop, number 4, Casey Yamamushi.
The E6 on the play. No outs. Bases 1 and 2 have runners on. For Joplin, leading 5-0. 4 runs scored here in the 7th. Breaking ball, strike 1. Owen Brock, he's your new pitcher. Subbed in moments ago. 0-1. The pitch. Outside. It's 8:24 p.m. local time. We went through the first 6 innings fairly quickly. 4 runs, all scored on errors. Here in the 7th, and Joplin has taken a commanding 5-0 lead. Fly ball center field. Bryce Hall should be able to come up with this one, and he does. 1 runner tags from second. McCain heading there. The throw is not in time. McCain safe at third. Davis stays on first. And the first out
13,
recorded
baseman,
here in the top of the 7th with a 5-0 Joplin lead. The Outlaws batting right now and have scored 4 in the top of the 7th. These teams, again, they play each other tomorrow, 7 p.m., first pitch. Join us for pregame coverage beginning at 6:50. New batter after Yamamuchi was retired on the flyout is Bailey, the 8th batter in the inning. One 1-0 start to the at-bat. Runners on first and third. Here goes the pitch. Runner from first goes, that's Davis. He slides without a throw from Monosmith, the catcher. And the stolen base, Davis, who advanced on the E6 to start his trip through the bases. He's on second now. McCain on third. Nobody on first. 2-0 count. To Bailey. 1 out. The pitch. Fly ball center field. Hall running up shallow center field. Makes the catch. No runners will advance. And that's 2 outs with runners on second and third. And Joplin leading 5-0.
Number 36,
top of the
Campbell
7th
plate.
inning. 2 outs. Campbell, the DH, the 9th batter of the inning, the number 3 batter. wearing jersey number 36. He's at the plate against Owen Brock, the second pitcher used today. Second and third have runners. He checks his swing on the low pitch. 1-0 to start the at-bat. Brough would be up next. He started off with a leadoff walk here in the top of the 7th. Sun getting ready to set in Boone. Day of summer. Strike one is called on the low outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runners on second and third. Joplin up 5-0 in the top of the 7th inning. They've scored all their runs in the previous 2 frames. 4 in this inning, 1 in the previous. At time, Brock goes outside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. The 3, 4, and 5, Yearsley, Prater, and Cruz will be due up for the Peak Prospects. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. The first 6 batters in the inning were not retired. We've since then had 2 flyouts. 2-2. Tipped back for a foul ball. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second and third for Joplin. Leading 5-0, top of the 7th. Swing and a miss, and Campbell is retired. Des Moines down 5-0, heading into the bottom of the 7th, live on the Peak Prospects Sports Network. It is time for a rally.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey.
Oh, hey, Deb. I thought you were the radon test guys.
The who test guys?
Didn't you see the papers Sunday? The Surgeon General issued another lung cancer warning.
Oh, like the cigarette warning?
Yeah, they're saying we have to get our houses tested for radon.
I don't smell any radon in my house.
That's because radon is an odorless, colorless, tasteless gas that seeps into your house from underground.
Does this story have a happy ending?
Yeah, you'll be a lot happier once you get your house tested.
Learn more. Visit the EPA at epa.gov/radon. That's epa.gov/radon.
Just 3 hits today for Des Moines. The Peak Prospects down 5-0, giving up 4 runs in the top of the 7th. And I have them all scored as errors. One of them could have been a base hit because the one that Javier gave up at third base was a little tough to catch, but swing and a miss from Yearsley. I'll stick with what I said, though, earlier, and then when they release the official scores later on, we'll go with that. Yearsley off to an 0-2 start after another go-round. Drops the count to 0-2. We're live on Mixler. Go to the chat on Mixler, and you'll find 1 ball, 2 strikes. This will be the first loss for the Peak Prospects since early last week, as Yearsley fouls the pitch off 1-2. Granted, 3 more innings, though, and I mean, if this season, especially the last several games, have been any indication, the bats have been flying for the Peak Prospects. Yearsley strikes out swinging. They threw it to first in time as well.
Number 35, Nick Prater.
And it is still number 24, Adrian Rangel, on the mound. He's had at least 11 strikeouts today. Nobody on. Des Moines down 5-0 as Rangel goes outside. It's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Caught the outside low corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. What a stellar day for Rangel today. As he goes low this time, check swing from Prater. Did not go. 2 balls and 1 strike. Prater is 0 for 2 today. 2 up, 1 down, nobody on, and 1 out for the Peak Prospects. Breaking ball, strike 2. Cruz on deck for Des Moines. No pinch hitters used yet by the Peak Prospects. Here's the break even to Prater. Right to the ground, foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Prater, the right-handed batter. It's 2-2. Here's the pitch. Outside, Prater does a good job to check his swing, and the count is full. There have been only 3 base runners today allowed by Rangel. A ball here would be the 4th. Here's the 3-2, and Prater cannot connect. Strike 3. Rangel's stellar day continues. 2 outs, nobody on. Des Moines down 5-0, and Cruz up to the plate.
Number 26, Sammy Cruz.
Cruz, a ground out and a strikeout today. Seven of the 9 batters used today by the Peak Prospects have been struck out. Some of them multiple times. 1 starts the count for Cruz. If I haven't said it already or haven't said it enough, strike 2 is called 0-2. Rangel has been fantastic. He's from Pomona, California. Goes to Cal Poly Pomona, the left-hander, and strike 3 is called, and Cruz is retired. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, at least 13 strikeouts. Might be 14 because I missed something in my scorecard. And there were 3 strikeouts here in this inning to end the side. Des Moines still down 5-0, top of the 8th. Coming up, it'll be the 4, 5, and 6, Bruff, Bressler, and Riccio when we come back on the Peak Prospects Sports Network.
What is dedication?
My daughter is biological and my son is adopted. I love them both so much. From the morning when you wake up to putting them to bed at night and every moment in between. I think a parent's job is to protect our children, but also prepare them for the world so they become good, kind human beings.
That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
To protect his home and family from disaster, Steve used courage, wisdom, and his camera phone.
That should do it.
Way to go, Steve! By simply taking digital pictures of his family's important documents, Steve can always have them stored safely online, no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
5-0 in favor of Joplin heading into the top of the 8th here in Boone, Iowa. The pitcher, Ethan Drowne, the freshman from Kirkwood College, a native of Urbandale. Second appearance of the season. He'll be pitching for the Peak Prospects. 4 of those 5 runs scored in the top of the 7th for Joplin.
Number 14, first baseman,
Max Bruff heads up to the plate. The first baseman, his 4th plate appearance today. He's 0 for 2. He's walked. He scored the 2nd run for Joplin back in the previous inning. Live in Boone, Iowa, as the sun continues to set here on YouTube and Mixler. Ground ball. Shortstop Jenkins picks it up, throws to Prater at first. And Bruff is retired. 0 for 3 now. And I apologize, it's not Ethan Drowne pitching, it's Matt Irvine, the right-hander from Clive, Iowa. So not Ethan Drowne. Switched jerseys. The 1-0. Fly ball into foul territory. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bressler at the plate right now. Breaking ball, strike 2. Missed the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 1 out, nobody on for Joplin. Swing and a miss, and the first strikeout pitched by Irvine, and a second batter faced.
Catch number 34, Joe Riccio.
Joe Riccio to the plate. Ground out, HP, and a single. That single loaded the bases on a bunt. He starts out with a 1-0 count with nobody on and 2 outs for Joplin, leading 5-0. Two and 0. Ground ball, and Javier cannot pick it up. The E5 will advance Riccio as the third baseman unable to glove it off the ground.
Right fielder 22, Cade.
So 2 outs, and Riccio to first. Joplin up 5-0. Lott to the plate. Top of the 8th inning, and Des Moines trying to avoid its 7th loss of the year. Irvine, the third pitcher used today by Des Moines, has a 1-0 count on Lott. Lott takes and cannot connect. 1 ball and 1 strike. He's your number 7 batter and the starting right fielder for Joplin. From McAllister, Oklahoma. They check on the runner at first, not in time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lott goes to Eastern Oklahoma State College. Ground ball, Javier, it goes past him again. E5, Lott to first. Riccio to second. 2 outs.
Number 15, third baseman, Lucas McCain.
Lucas McCain, the third baseman, up to the plate for Joplin, leading 5-0 in the top of the 8th. The pitch goes behind Mono Smith, the catcher, but he picks it up. Runners will not advance. 1-0. So that's Lott on first, Riccio on second. McCain, the number 8 batter for the Outlaws. And strike one is called at the throw to third. Gets away. And another run scores. Riccio heads home for the Outlaws to make it 6-0. Mono Smith tried to throw to Javier at third to tag Riccio out. And instead, Lott now on third. Riccio scores. A swing and a miss for McCain. It's 1-2. Strike ends the side here. Irvine pitches it, and he got it. Strikeout called looking. Irvine, 2 strikeouts in the inning, but a couple of errors, 3 errors to be exact, and another run for Joplin, leading this one 6-0. 2 more frames for Des Moines to try and come back down 6-0 on the Peak Prospects Sports Network.
The field of strength and conditioning is extremely dynamic and always changing. We understand that time is of the essence, and athletics are more competitive than ever. The one constant in our profession is the client. Our number one goal at Peak Performance is to make each and every individual stronger, faster, and more powerful in whatever sport or fitness level they choose to participate in. We take pride in offering both personal and team instruction, attention to the smallest details, and a challenging but positive and encouraging environment. The sport-specific training regimens are preventative in nature. As strength and conditioning professionals, we are entrusted with the care and guidance of individuals from across the country and even some elite world-class athletes. At Peak Performance, we not only improve your athletic performance, but we also focus on instilling confidence and an overall sense of well-being that carries over. Give us a call at 515-577-7901 or visit us on the web at peakperformancesportstraining.com.
Peak Prospects down in the bottom of the 8th. They've given up 1, 4, and 1. And Eli Collins, the starting second baseman, heads up to the plate as Des Moines tries to initiate a rally here in Boone. 8:45 is the local time on our first day of summer. Days are about to get shorter. The 6th, 7th, and 8th innings have been huge for Joplin. And Eli Collins heads up to the plate. Collins today, he's 0 for 2. Peak Prospects have 3 hits. We do have a new pitcher after the impressive day from Adrian Rangel comes to a close. That's Kinson Mitchell. Plays at Pitt State in Kansas. He throws the first pitch high off the glove of Riccio for a 1-0 count. Ball is batted up in the air, right of center field, and it lands, and a leadoff double for Eli Collins as he'll run to second standing. So the Peak Prospects down 6-0 with their fourth hit of the day.
Number 18, right fielder, Rhett Zielinski.
Rhett Zielinski heads up to the plate. He has struck out twice today, and it was either 13 or 14 strikeouts, maybe 12 that were pitched by Rangel, somewhere in that range. He had a fantastic day. Outlaws lead 6-0, but Des Moines has its first run on second base. Nick George will be pinch hitting on deck for the Peak Prospects. A 1-0 count to Zielinski. That one catches the outside part of the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Joplin, 7 and 8. Zielinski lets the breaking ball go outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. The lateral movement carried it away from the right side of the strike zone. It's 2-1 on Zielinski. Collins on second. Nobody out for the Peak Prospects. Mitchell, your new pitcher. Throws it high and off the glove of Riccio, who had to stand up, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Pittsburgh State, that's where Mitchell goes. It's in Pittsburgh, Kansas. That's an MIAA program. Actually not too far from Joplin. 3 balls and 1 strike with a runner on second. That one catches the zone, and the count is full. So full count. We await the payoff with a runner on second. Zielinski fouls the payoff pitch away, and it's 3-2. Zielinski, the payoff again, outside, ball 4. And Zielinski heads to first on the walk. So we've had a double and a walk to lead off the inning. And Nick George pinch hitting for the third baseman up to the plate.
Pinch hitting for your Prospects, number 19, Nick George.
George has seen a lot of time this season. He's been a starter in several games. He's played in 11 games. He also goes to NAIA level William Penn. He's from Ontario, Canada. He's had 35 at-bats and one of 2 Peak Prospects to have 2 home runs in the year. His first one was in St. Joseph during the Peak Prospects' second win of the season a couple Fridays ago. He hit it out to right field in the top of the first. Also had one in Rippey in that 5 home run game for the Peak Prospects. They won that one 15-3 over Clarinda. 6-0, Des Moines is down right now here in the bottom of the 8th. Its first 2 runs of the day would be Zielinski and Collins on first and second as George takes the first pitch for a ball. It's 1-0. He's the number 8 batter. Swing, miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mono Smith, the catcher, is on deck. George has batted in a team-leading 13 runs on the season as we await the break even. Here it goes. Swings and cannot connect. It's Zielinski on first, Collins on second. Peak Prospects down 6-0, bottom of the eighth. Second pitcher of the day, Mitchell, is on the plate. He'll throw the 1-2, and George strikes out swinging. So first out, and Monosmith up to the plate for the
Catcher
third time
number 30,
today.
Gabe Monosmith.
He has a ground out and a single. The single was in the sixth, but he was picked off at first base. So one out, runners on first and second. Des Moines down 6-0 in the bottom of the eighth, and Monosmith, the number 9 batter, up to the plate. Awaits the first pitch to him from Mitchell, the second pitcher used today, as he fouls it beyond right field for the 0-1 count. This inning started with a leadoff double from Collins, and then Zielinski walked. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball one. Lights are on at the stadium. 8:53 is local time. The sun should have set by now. Runners on first and second with one out for Des Moines. Here's the pitch. It's fouled back. 1-2. The key is when you go to a ball game in Boone, got to be careful where you park because there's street side parking along the foul lines and along the outfield. I refuse to park there. I already have a crack on my windshield. 1-2 with one out. Runners on first and second. Monosmith at the plate, swings on the breaking ball. It takes a hop. It goes past the third baseman, McCain, for the error, and the bases are loaded.
Back at the top of the lineup, number 5, shortstop, Leighton Jenkins.
So Des Moines down 6-0 with one out on what could have been its second out. First, but instead mishandled by McCain. And now you have Monosmith on first, Zielinski on second, and Collins on third. Des Moines down 6-0 here in the bottom of the eighth. And a 1-0 count to Jenkins, the number 1 batter, in his 4th plate appearance today. Des Moines has gotten hot late in games. 2-0. Now, until they score their first run, you can't say that definitively for this one, but this is the most base runners they have had today. 2-0 is grounded into the gap between first and second, and the Peak Prospects will score a run from Eli Collins, and they're down 6-1 in the bottom of the eighth with one out. Bases will remain loaded on the RBI single from Jenkins.
Roaming center field, number 4, Bryce Hall.
Bryce Hall to the plate. So it's Monosmith to second, Zielinski to third. Collins just scored, and Jenkins on first. We do have a visit to the mound. Second pitcher of the day for Joplin, Kinson Mitchell, the right-hander from Pitt State. Has allowed 2 hits and a walk, and Des Moines down 6-1 with the bases loaded and one out. Now that said, obviously, every base and home plate are all force outs. Double plays, of course, are much more likely, but the Peak Prospects right now have Hall on the plate. The pitch starts high but breaks down. Strike one. With one out. Des Moines down by 5. Here's the pitch. Outside for the ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Hall. On the way and flown into center field. Going for it, Tyler Davis makes the catch. Zielinski tags from third and scores the second run of the day. It's 6-2. Des Moines is down on the sacrifice flyout for the second out of the bottom of the 8th. So Des Moines has scored both its runs here in this inning.
Up to the plate, number 17, left fielder Cole Yearsley.
Your base runners remain Jenkins on first, Mono Smith on second. 2 outs. Peak Prospects down 6-2. Yearsley to the plate. He's had 3 strikeouts today. Joplin on its second pitcher as Yearsley takes the swing, and it's 0-1. One ball, 1 strike. By the way, in response to a couple of comments I've seen, one on Mixler, one on YouTube, as far as the contrast goes, this camera itself doesn't seem to have a contrast changing ability at this time. I'll have to look into it. 1 ball and 1 strike. That's ball 2. So either tonight or tomorrow, I'll look into it and see if contrast can be adjusted either through YouTube or through the camera. Yearsley fouls it away. 2-2, runners on first and second, and Des Moines down 6-2. Trying to continue the rally. You really want to see at least one more run here for the Peak Prospects, which goes without saying, but with this team's ability to get hot late in games, you want as little padding for Joplin as possible. The pitch. Breaking ball, but he missed it. 3 balls and 2 strikes. A strike ends the side. A ball low down by 4 in the bottom of the 8th. Count as we await the payoff from Mitchell to Yearsley. Here it is. It's a ground ball, and it is picked up, dropped, and then picked up again at first base by Bruff, and he flips it over to Mitchell for the ground out. 0-1. Make that a 3-1 to retire the side. We head to the top of the 9th. Des Moines does tack on 2 runs, but maintains its 6-2 deficit here on the Peak Prospects Sports Network.
The field of strength and conditioning is extremely dynamic and always changing. We understand that time is of the essence, and athletics are more competitive than ever. The one constant in our profession is the client. Our number one goal at Peak Performance is to make each and every individual stronger, faster, and more powerful in whatever sport or fitness level they choose to participate in. We take pride in offering both personal and team instruction, attention to the smallest details, and a challenging but positive and encouraging environment. The sport-specific training regimens are preventative in nature. As strength and conditioning professionals, we are entrusted with the care and guidance of individuals from across the country and even some elite world-class athletes. At Peak Performance, we not only improve your athletic performance, but we also focus on instilling confidence and an overall sense of well-being that carries over to everyday life. Give us a call at 515-577 or visit us on the web at peakperformancesportstraining.com.
Matt Irvine remains the pitcher, the third pitcher used today for the Peak Prospects, who are down 6-2. We head to the top of the 9th. And for the Outlaws, it will be the 9-1-2 Davis, Yamamuchi, and Bailey. Joplin has scored all its runs in the previous 3 innings. Des Moines trying to shut this one down and rally in the bottom of the 9th. 79 degrees. Humidity is at 41% here at Memorial Park in Boone, Iowa. Strike 1 called on Davis. as he pulled the bat away from the pitch. Strike two. Davis looks at that one. Wind was at about 7 miles per hour at the top of the hour. Strike three is called. What a beautiful series. Davis did not take a single swing, and Irvine retires the leadoff
Number
batter.
4, Casey Yamamuchi.
Casey Yamamuchi, the starting shortstop, up to the plate for Joplin. But yeah, great baseball weather. I'm not sure if you can tell on the camera or not. We've got a gorgeous Iowa sunset. I came here from Tennessee. 1-0 is the count. Had maybe been through Iowa one time in my life years ago, and the sunsets out here are unbelievable. 1-0, fly ball right of center field. Underneath it, the right fielder, Zielinski, makes the catch for the out.
Second baseman, number 13, Liam Bailey.
Liam Bailey. 2 outs, nobody on. Joplin up 6-2. Is up to the plate here in the top of the 9th inning. The pitch. Up high inside, 1-0. With 2 outs. Strike one called. 1 ball and 1 strike. The break even. Ground ball, but it goes foul. By the way, we do have a new third baseman. That's number 3, Taichi Nakao from New Zealand. Not sure of any other defensive changes at the moment, but I'll update you on those if I find out about them. 1-2 with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Bailey retired. 1, 2, 3. That does it for the top of the 9th. Des Moines is down 6-2. Needs a rally, and we'll see if they can get one heading into the bottom of the final frame.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear because I'm grilling up dinner. You get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see. Depression won't show up on an eye chart, and you won't find PTSD by looking at a thermometer. Sorting out a mental health concern go away under a bandage. If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, call 1-800-662-HELP for free and confidential information and treatment referral. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
Bottom of the 9th on the way. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 for Des Moines. Starting off with Nick Prater as the Peak Prospects are down 6-2, looking for a rally. You're listening to Peak Prospects Baseball on the Peak Prospects Sports Network. Spencer Bohm with you here on this balmy 79-degree evening in Boone, Iowa, about an hour north of Des Moines. New pitcher on the mound for
Stepping up
Joplin.
to the plate for your Des Moines Peak Prospects.
Number 7,
number
Cole
35, Washington's very own Nick Prater.
From Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Goes to Northeastern State University. The right-handed pitcher. Third pitcher used today by Joplin. Both teams have now used 3 hurlers on the mound. So Prater to the plate. Nobody out, nobody on. The leadoff batter, and the breaking ball goes through for strike 1. Des Moines is down 6-2, trying to avoid its first loss since last Monday and just its second loss since the 0-5 start. These two teams will play tomorrow for a revenge match at 7 p.m. Hopefully we'll be on YouTube. If not, we'll be on Mixler for sure. And if we're on YouTube, we'll be on both. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Prater. Outside 2-1 off the glove of Riccio. No runners on, though, for Des Moines. This is the second appearance for Cole White. He's pitched in 1 inning heading into the day. The 2-1 pitch to Prater is on the way, and he misses the swing. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cruz is on deck, the starting DH for the Peak Prospects. 2-2 on the way outside, and the count is full. Prater does a good job to hang well before he can go. Full count, no outs, nobody on. Des Moines trying to stage a rally. 9:08 p.m., the local time. The payoff. Swing and a miss. Prater is retired. 2 more outs.
Up to the plate
for
for
Des
the
Moines.
Prospects, number 26, Sammy Cruz.
Sammy Cruz heads up to the plate, the native of Brunswick, New Jersey, from Bloomfield College. He's got 1 out, nobody on, and Des Moines down 6-2. Takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Des Moines fell last time these two teams met, 10-4 and 14-4. It's been a very different season since then. Upstairs, 2-0. The pitch. Strike 1 called. Outside part of the zone. 2 up, 1 down with 1 out. Check swing. Caught the outside part of the zone for strike 2. Sammy Cruz, 2 up, 2 down, 1 away for Des Moines. Quick check of the bat from the home plate umpire. 2-2, 1 out for Des Moines. Nobody on. Cruz, the right-handed batter, awaiting the pitch. Here it goes, outside, full count. That time just missed outside. We've seen a couple go through that outside part. Full count once again. Second full count in a row. Last time Prater swung and missed. And Cruz will do the same. 2 strikeouts swinging. We're down to our final out for Des Moines, down 6-2, and Collins up to the plate.
Second baseman,
for
number
the 4th
9,
time
Eli
today.
Collins.
Checking some of the defense here. First, third, and shortstop are definitely still the same. I'm not sure if Joplin has made any other defensive substitutions or any defensive substitutions outside of the pitcher. Here's the pitch outside, 1-0 to Collins. The 1-0 on the way. Caught the zone, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody on and 2 outs. Joplin 2 strikes away from winning the game. The pitch. Stayed outside, 2-1. If Des Moines can get a base runner here, is Zielinski warming up. 2 balls and 1 strike to Collins. Outside, hitters count 3-1. The lights have been on in the stadium for a while. We're now the predominant source of light. Still seeing some of those beautiful colors from the sunset, though. Some pink clouds up in the sky. 3-1 pitch outside. Ball 4, and Collins heads to first. So after 2 strikeouts swinging, White cannot get ahead of the count.
18,
And
right fielder, Rhett.
Collins is on first with a
Zielinski.
2-out walk. Des Moines down 6-2 here in the bottom of the 9th. Rhett Zielinski up to the plate. Zielinski walked in the previous inning after striking out. His pitching staff has been a strikeout machine. That time, White goes for the inside part of the zone and connects for strike 1. Zielinski, the starting right fielder today for Des Moines. The 0-1 pitch. That one stayed low. Zielinski checked his swing. 1-1. 2 outs. Nick George warms up for Des Moines. On deck. Here's the break even. Stays upstairs, 2-1. Take it back, it's actually Taichi Nakao. So George came in as a pinch hitter, and then Nakao came in at third base, both replacing Javier. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs as Riccio heads over to the mound to talk to his pitcher, Cole White. Your runner on first is Collins on the walk. Des Moines needs 4 runs to keep the game going. If they stick with their current batting order after the next one, Mono Smith would be the 4th run. And it has to be with 2 outs. The 2-1 to Zielinski. Once again, he goes outside, and once again, a 3-1 count. 6 balls and 2 strikes, make that 7 and 2 strikes pitched. Combining this and the previous at-bat. They'll check on the runner at first. The ball gets away. Collins has real estate, will run to second and stops there. So in scoring position goes Collins off the throw, the error. 3 balls and 1 strike will stay the count with Zielinski at the plate. And 2 outs, and Des Moines down 6-2 here in the bottom of our final frame. Des Moines had a total of 3 base runners in the first 6 innings. Make that the first 7 innings. As Zielinski fouls it back, 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. A ball walks Zielinski. A strike ends the game. Collins just ran to second on an error moments ago. After advancing on the walk. The payoff. Ground ball, it goes right to the first baseman who mishandles it and then flips it over to the pitcher White, and the side is retired. That is the ball game. Des Moines falls 6-2 in the first of 2 games. The second one, which tomorrow at 7 p.m. Join us for live pregame coverage at 6:50. And if we are live on YouTube, I'll be sure to let you know on the Mixler stream. And hopefully we can get the word out a little bit sooner as well. But we'll at least be live on Mixler tomorrow. Thank you so much to all of you who tuned in, chatted with us on Mixler and on YouTube. We'll wrap this one up in just a moment on the Peak Prospects Sports Network and then say goodnight afterwards. Des Moines falls 6-2. Post-game coverage coming up next.
field of strength and conditioning is extremely dynamic and always changing. We understand that time is of the essence, and athletics are more competitive than ever. The one constant in our profession is the client. Our number one goal at Peak Performance is to make each and every individual stronger, faster, and more powerful in whatever sport or fitness level they choose to participate in. We take pride in offering both personal and team instruction, attention to the smallest details, and a challenging but positive and encouraging environment. The sport-specific training regimens are preventative in nature. As strength and conditioning professionals, we are entrusted with the care and guidance of individuals from across the country and even some elite world-class athletes. At Peak Performance, we not only improve your athletic performance, but we also focus on instilling confidence and an overall sense of well-being that carries over to everyday life. Give us a call at 515-577-7901 or visit us on the web at peakperformancesportstraining.com.
Well, there were at least 15 strikeouts pitched today by the staff for Joplin, and that really was the difference as Des Moines falls 6-2 at home in Boone, Iowa to the Outlaws. So that's the bad news. The good news for the Peak Prospects is they get to do it again tomorrow. Same time, same place against Joplin. Then they'll get the day off before we head down to Sedalia for a 2-game series down there. But the Peak Prospects, with their 7th loss of the year, overall this team has been on a great run. You're going to lose some even during good runs, and that was the case today. Again, fantastic job by Joplin's pitching staff this afternoon. Hats off to them. Their starting pitcher, I think, threw out 13 at least. That was Adrian Rangel. So a fantastic day for him. Des Moines had 3 hits and no runs over the first 7 innings and finally scored 2 in the bottom of the 8th, but it wasn't enough. Joplin wins this one 6-2. We'll play again tomorrow. Huge thank you to Peak Performance, located in Urbandale, Iowa, for helping make this broadcast possible, and everybody involved with the Peak Prospects organization. It's a pleasure to work for you, and we will see all of you tomorrow, again, definitely on Mixler, and hopefully on YouTube as well. This has been a presentation of Mink League Baseball on the Peak Prospects Sports Network. Des Moines falls in this one 6-2, but we get another chance tomorrow at 7 p.m. Join us for pregame coverage starting live at 6:50 Central Time. Spencer Bohm saying so long. Have a great rest of your night, and we will see you next time.
What is dedication?
My daughter is biological and my son is adopted. I love them both so much. From the morning when you wake up to putting them to bed at night and every moment in between, good, kind human beings.
That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.